This is how I turned a single $500 bill into over $5,000 in revenue. Just a few weeks ago, though, I was probably right where you are. Small budget, no product, and zero idea where to even start. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process I used to build an e-commerce business using a few simple AI tools, and how you can do it too. Let's be real, starting an online business is exciting, but it's also terrifying. We all see the headlines promising passive income, but the reality is usually just a mess of confusion. Where do you begin? What could you possibly sell? And the biggest question, how do you pull it off without a huge budget or a team of experts? That was the wall I kept hitting. I wanted a real profitable side hustle that wasn't just me trading my time for money. I was fascinated by AI, but also pretty skeptical of the hype. I wasn't looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. I wanted a real business. So, I decided to run an experiment with two hard rules. First, a starting budget of exactly $500, not a penny more. Second, the goal was to hit my first $5,000 in revenue. This wasn't just some random challenge. It was a test to see if one person with a tight budget and a powerful AI assistant could actually build something that works. My first problem was classic analysis paralysis. Should I start an AI-powered agency? Sell digital products? E-commerce? The options felt overwhelming. After digging into what's actually working in 2026, I saw a clear trend. The smartest use of AI in e-commerce isn't building some hands-off, money-printing machine. That's a myth. The real power is using AI to automate specific tasks and get a serious edge. The most successful new stores are using it for things like creating product content, personalizing customer experiences, and running marketing campaigns. That's when the strategy clicked. I was going to build an AI-enhanced e-commerce business. The plan was simple. 1. Use AI to find a profitable niche with proven demand. 2. Use AI tools to quickly build a premium-looking brand and a high-converting store. 3. Use AI to write marketing materials that were way better than what I could write on my own. 4. Use AI to handle basic customer service, freeing me up to focus on growth. The biggest risk? That $500 budget. With ad costs and platform fees, I knew that money could vanish in a heartbeat. The pressure was on. So, where do you find a product? I didn't want to just guess. I decided to use my AI assistant like a personal market research analyst. I opened up a tool similar to ChatGPT 4.0 and got very specific with my prompt. I typed, "Act as an e-commerce trend analyst. Identify 5 niche product categories that have high search volume and strong giftable potential. Focus on customizable or personalizable home decor items, as they tend to have a higher perceived value." The AI came back with a great list: custom pet portraits, monogrammed kitchenware, engraved recipe books. But one idea jumped out at me: personalized star maps. You've probably seen these. They're posters showing the exact alignment of the stars from a special moment. A birthday, an anniversary, you name it. It hit all my criteria. It has this incredible emotional value. It can be sold as a digital file at first to keep my costs down. And it's super visual, which is perfect for marketing on Instagram and Pinterest. I had my product. With the product locked in, it was time to start spending. I had to be surgical with every dollar. Here's the initial budget breakdown. Shopify Basic Plan, after trial, 39-month, or about 29-month if you pay annually. AI tool subscriptions, for text and images, $20. Domain name, $15. A few digital assets for mockups, $50. This left me with about 386 years for the most critical part, ads. Next up, a brand. Instead of burning days brainstorming, I went back to the AI. My prompt was, generate 10 sophisticated and memorable brand names for a business selling personalized star map posters. The names should evoke feelings of wonder, connection, and astronomy. Seconds later, I had a list. One name just felt right: Celestial Stories. For the logo, I turned to an AI image generator, like Midjourney. I prompted, Create a minimalist logo for a brand called Celestial Stories. Use a simple, single-line art style featuring a crescent moon intertwined with a single North Star. The logo should be monochromatic and feel elegant and timeless. The results were stunning. In less than an hour, I had a brand name and a professional-looking logo that would have easily cost me hundreds to get from a designer. I set up my Shopify store, used an AI-assisted theme, and even had the AI write the About Us story and all the boring policy pages. The whole point was speed. This is where having an AI partner is a total game changer. A great product with a bad description just won't sell. I needed my product page to be irresistible. First, the title. I prompted my AI, write 5 SEO-optimized Shopify product titles for a personalized night sky star map poster. Include keywords like custom anniversary gift, constellation map, and unique wedding present. Then came the description. I prompted, write a compelling product description using the AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action framework. The product is a custom star map. Emphasize the emotional connection and its value as a timeless gift. Use bullet points for features like paper quality, size options, and the simple customization process. The text it produced was incredible. It was emotional, persuasive, and clear. It turned a simple poster into a story, a memory. This wasn't just about saving time. It was about creating a product page that was far more effective at converting visitors than what I could have written from scratch. Okay? So we've found the product, built the store, and created the listings. The foundation is set. If you're getting value from this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We're about to get into the part where we actually start making money, and you're not going to want to miss how it all went down. Time for the moment of truth. Time to launch and spend that remaining ad budget. I decided to focus on Facebook and Instagram because their targeting is just so powerful. I used an AI writing tool again to help craft the ad copy. My prompt was, write 3 short, punchy Facebook ad headlines and primary text for a personalized star map poster. Target users interested in anniversary gifts, wedding planning, and sentimental gifts. Use an emotional hook and a clear call to action like create your star map. I launched my first campaign with a modest $20 a day. The first few days were nerve-wracking. A sale would trickle in here and there. It was exciting, but it wasn't the flood of orders I was hoping for. That's the reality of e-commerce. It's rarely an overnight success, but this is also where automation kicks in. As questions started coming in, I set up an AI-powered chatbot. I fed it all the FAQs. How do I customize my map? What are your shipping times? What's the return policy? The chatbot could handle these basics instantly, 24/7. My tiny one-person shop suddenly felt like a fully staffed business, which freed me up to analyze the ad data and figure out what to do next. After about a week, I hit a wall. Sales were coming in, but they were barely covering my ad spend. At this rate, I was going to burn through my budget way before I hit my $5,000 goal. Something had to change. The data showed me that people were clicking, but not enough were buying. I realized I had to build more trust and a stronger emotional connection. I needed better ad creative. This led to my big pivot. I decided to create simple video ads. I used an AI video generation tool and gave it a new kind of prompt, one focused on storytelling. I wrote, create a 15-second video ad script for an Instagram reel. Show a star map with the text overlay, the day we met. Show another map with, the day he proposed. Show a third map with, the day we said I do. Final scene, show the product with the text, capture your forever, Celestial Stories, shop now. I created the video, launched the new ad, and the effect was almost immediate. That was the tipping point. The story-driven video ads just resonated with people. My cost per purchase dropped, and my sales started to climb, first slowly, and then seemingly all at once. I wasn't just selling a product, I was selling a feeling. As the revenue came in, I funneled it straight back into the ads that were working, scaling up the daily budget. I watched the revenue on my Shopify dashboard climb past $1,000. then $2,500, and finally, over the $5,000 mark. So let's look at the final numbers from this experiment. I showed the dashboard at the beginning, and here it is again. The final revenue was $5,280. But revenue isn't profit. For full transparency, here's the real breakdown. Total revenue, $5,280. Ad spend, $1,200. This was my initial budget, plus reinvested revenue. Cost of goods and fees, $600. Total costs, $1,800. So after we take our revenue and subtract all the costs and account for my initial $500 investment, the final profit came out to $2,280. From a $500 start, turning it into nearly $3,000 in pure profit felt like a massive win. It proved the concept could work. And there you have it, the exact playbook from $500 to over $5,000 in revenue. I used a combination of AI text, image, and video generators to make this happen. If you want to try the same kinds of tools I used, I've left a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link, so I might get a small commission if you sign up. But it's genuinely the type of tool that powered this whole experiment. So what's the big lesson here? AI is not a magic button that prints money. It's a lever. A really powerful one. The key was being deliberate. I used AI for smart research instead of just guessing. I used it for efficient execution to build the brand fast. I used it to create high-quality, emotional content that actually sells. And I used it to automate the boring stuff that would have slowed me down. AI is the tool that can help level the playing field, allowing a single person with a small budget to build something real. It helps close the gap between you and the big brands. I started this with just $500 and an idea, driven by a mix of skepticism and curiosity. I didn't have a team, a warehouse, or any special skills. I know that for most people, the biggest barrier is just the fear of starting. So take this as your sign. Find your idea, leverage the incredible tools available to you right now, and just start building. You can do this too.